What's happening, Internet fam? Today is June 16th. It's the day before Father's Day, so if you haven't gotten some for your dad yet, you should go ahead and think about it. Think about something for all the dads out there, especially those of us dads who don't get to see our kids as much as we'd like. Maybe do something especially nice for them today, because that's an even harder role, in my opinion, than being a full-time dad, which was a very easy and fun role for me to do. Anyway, let's get right to it today. I wanted to talk a little bit about cryptocurrency overall before we started the vlog today. Just kind of talk about the fact that it was meant to be decentralized and power to the people and a way for us to combat the Federal Reserve and giant corporate banks and all of these other bad actors who have really done a pretty terrible thing to humanity by squelching technology progress, freedom, economic expansion, everything really. And it's sad to me that in the crypto space, we're starting to see those same bad actors kind of take over and take control again. And unfortunately, it doesn't seem like there's any end in sight at the moment. I am hopeful that long term, we are able to decentralize all of our currency and decentralize our whole monetary system and get a system in place that's better for you and I as individuals, small families, small businesses, you know, the kind of people who need help in this world. But as of right now, that's certainly not the case. And one of my favorite bad actors to point out would be CoinBase. Coinbase is absolutely one of the most evil entities in the cryptocurrency space. Besides the fact that they only currently trade 3 or 4 different tokens, they do Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and Bitcoin Cash at the moment. Now they're supposed to add Ethereum Classic soon, but I think they're just adding Ethereum Classic because it's good for them, not because it's good for us customers or not because it's good for the market or anything else. And when they added Bitcoin Trash, B-Trash, to their exchange, I noticed they did quite a bit of manipulation to make probably more than $1 billion on that when they introduced Bitcoin Cash. I think they were clearly holding a ton of it before they announced it, and then when they announced it, the buys and sells were frozen for a time in such a way that makes me think that they were maximizing the price as they were selling their own B-Trash to get that money from out of the market, to extract that money for consumers. So Coinbase is just overall, they're not good actors. You know, they will report you to the IRS, they report you to all these other governments, and they're a centralized exchange. You know, they're the opposite. They're the very antithesis. They're the very antithesis of what we should be doing here in the crypto space. And here's another example. Not only will Coinbase not allow you to send crypto to WikiLeaks, which is completely undemocratic, you know, so helping to prop up authoritarian regimes all over the planet, including the U.S. government. But now they are also have banned Gab.ai's account. If you don't know about Gab.ai, I'm on Gab.ai. It's the version of Twitter that respects your freedom of speech, basically. Twitter will censor you and drive you into the ground. Gab.ai will not. As a result, you do have kind of some of the people who would have been a backlash to the Twitter censorship overrunning the place, kind of like Vote.co. That's another site I use quite a bit, Vote.co. I should bring that up at some point. So you do tend to get some, maybe a little bit of a higher percentage of some of the people who might be considered a little bit more extreme in the freedom of speech zone, but I am a freedom of speech extremist as well. I think you should be allowed to scream fire in a crowded movie theater. So anyway, but yeah, Coinbase is also now blocking Gab.ai. And I just think it's important to mention, you know, that so many of these centralized exchanges are doing so much disservice to the entire market. Goldman Sachs, which is, you know, one of the most evil banks on the planet. They have cabinet members in every single presidential cabinet, whether it's Obama, Trump, Bush, I mean, all the way back to LBJ. I'm not sure JFK had any Goldman Sachs board members in his cabinet. What happened to that guy? What happened to that JFK guy? Huh. Words to think on. Maybe some of the vested interests that wanted him out of there benefited afterwards. Goldman Sachs. Anyway, Goldman Sachs owns Circle, which owns Poloniex. Somebody evil, I think, has bought Bittrex at some point, or we're going to buy Bittrex or something. So it's just a really good idea to not allow these centralized exchanges to profit any more than you have to. I mean, I would get out of centralized exchanges altogether. Buy crypto from a person. Buy crypto on a decentralized exchange. You go to another country and buy crypto. Don't give these giant corporations who are doing everything they can to screw us consumers and us private individuals your money. Coinbase is definitely at the top of my list of who's evil in the space, but certainly Bittrex, Poloniex, all the big centralized exchanges are evil. And I don't have anything bad to say about Cryptopia, but you know, I don't really know. I don't have anything bad to say about Binance either, but I mean, you know, they're in China, right? And the Chinese government is certainly an authoritarian nightmare regime. Similar to the US government, actually, in that fashion. Well, one of the things you see in this space is also that, you know, American consumers can't invest in Genesis mining, you know. Genesis mining is one of the best deals, I think, having looked at it at one point, out there as far as cloud mining and paying for somebody else to mine Bitcoin for you. I think that Genesis mining is one of the best deals, and American consumers cannot invest in Genesis mining because the SEC says no. U.S. regulators say mining contracts are securities. I think that's insane. Hiring somebody to mine Bitcoin for you should be no different than hiring somebody to clean your house, or hiring somebody to fix your car, or hiring somebody to give you an appendectomy. And that should be absolutely your right as an American citizen. But the U.S. government apparently does not agree when it comes to mining Bitcoin. And I think that's very interesting, and I think that it just goes to show that how some of these whales and market manipulators are in fact giant corporations, giant governments, and really just a bunch of bad actors in the market doing the wrong thing for the wrong people. So anyway, enough of my little political rant at the beginning of the vlog. I think most of you who have been in the space have seen what I'm talking about and know what I'm talking about. But for those of you in the US, like myself, I'm sorry you can't invest in Genesis mining. Not that I have any money anyway. I would love to if I did, but you know, it's just yet another opportunity that the American taxpayer is losing out on because of ridiculous regulation, governments, corporations, etc. So anyway, let's get to the MasterNode news, shall we? Shekel Coin today announced that they have a new wallet, and this is the Shekel Coin new wallet announcement. Everybody needs to upgrade because they're going to be, now remember, this is coming right on the heels of the block reward change as well. So, but it's nice to see Shekel is, as far as a team goes on Discord, they seem to be really on it. I've seen a lot of you know, positive movement for this coin on their Discord, and the team seems on it, and like they really know what they're doing. So that makes me bullish on Shekel, at least for the long term. Maybe not the short term, but for the long term anyway. Okay, what other news we have? PAC Coin apparently is trending on Steemit right now. For those of you who are not familiar with Steemit, Steemit is basically like an online cross between Reddit and Facebook. I don't know if that's a good description, but it's all based on cryptocurrency, and you actually get paid for posts. My vlogs, I generally make around 9-10 cents a day on my cryptocurrency vlog posts. I post them every day. I encourage you to follow me on Steemit, and if you like what I'm doing, please support me by clicking the upvote and giving me a tiny bit of steam every day. It's usually just, you know, a penny or two, and definitely helps me out. As you can see, I generally make more money if I do music on Steemit. If I do a Johnny Cash cover by itself, sometimes I'll make a couple $100 worth of steam doing that. Even though, you know, with the band doing a really good recording of potentially an even better song, I'll only make 8 cents. So just goes to show you that people are somewhat fickle as far as what they like. Nicole Atkins cover, 9 cents, you know, MasterNode News, 8 cents. Hey, there's one I got 20 cents for. But here I did a Dwight Yoakam cover, and I made $62. So you can tell that Steemit is definitely geared towards, hey, there's an original that got 15 bucks. That's something. Anyway, this is my Steemit. If you want to follow me, this is my account. It's rhY'z, Steemit at rhY'z. Here's that URL right here. So I definitely encourage you to follow me on Steemit. I post my vlogs almost every day. Occasionally I forget to upload stuff to Steemit. And when I do that, you know, it's a great way to give me feedback in the comments, etc. So, but apparently PAC Coin today was trending on Steemit. I saw something on their Discord. I don't have a PAC Coin invite, so if somebody has one of those, if you could leave a copy of that either on YouTube, Steemit, in Discord somewhere for me, so I can get on the PAC Coin Discord and follow their news more directly. That'd be good. ZCoin had some news today too. They are partnering with Midas Protocol, whatever Midas Protocol is. They also released a new wallet today as well. So definitely things happening with ZCoin. They've definitely been on it. And, you know, again, ZCoin I think is one of those MasterNode coins that might be a little bit more legit or higher value or something than the bulk of the market. I would put them, you know, not very far behind, you know, Pivx, Dash, Polis. You know, I would put ZCoin up there in that category as like one of the premium MasterNode coins. So anyway, now they're on Midas Protocol. I'm gonna have to check out MidasProtocol.io and see what that is. It looks interesting. An emerging blockchain solutions company that is currently offering a token sale to create an intelligent tool. We like intelligent tools. If they actually work and are either low or no cost, then we really like intelligent tools. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at the market now today. That's it for the MasterNode news. Bitcoin up just a tiny bit. Really, it's just sideways action. Nothing real exciting happening in the overall market. As a result of Bitcoin being up a pinch, almost everything's up a pinch because the market follows Bitcoin as usual. Want to take a look for any outliers there. Dash had a nice little pump today. Binance Coin had a big pump today. I just don't understand that. This is a centralized exchange that is, you know, provides almost, you know, no more value than one of the decentralized exchanges, and yet somehow their token is worth, what's the market cap on their token? $1.8 billion worth of Binance Coin out there. It's the number 15 crypto in the world. That is kind of crazy. I just don't see that as legitimate. Ethereum Classic continuing its little pump, probably with the impending Coinbase listing. That's just what's going to happen. Any coin that gets listed on Coinbase is going to get a little pump. Coinbase is the big dog. They might be the evil dog, but they're also the big dog. Isn't that interesting? How the big dog's usually the evil dog as well. BitShare is up a little bit. I'm not seeing any big, huge drops. Maker down a pinch. Yeah, it looks like pretty much sideways action. Almost everything's within a 2 to 3% gain or loss. I mean, nothing really jumping out at me real big here. And besides, that's Grandma's coins, so we don't care too much, right? Grandma's coins are a little bit boring. MasterNode's coming online. More MasterNode's coming online every single day. Dash dominance is up a little bit, which is too bad. We don't like to see that. But, you know, as the market goes sideways, people get worried and concerned, and they're going to want to invest in things they think have more solidity, validity, whatever, and apparently Dash is one of those. So, you know, and I mean, you know, Dash has been around. They've done a lot of really great stuff. I really appreciate Dash sponsoring Ben Swan, one of my favorite journalists. So, you know, I'm definitely not anti-Dash. I just can't afford a Dash, much less a MasterNode of Dash. So that's my only problem with Dash. Let's see, in the MasterNode market today, quite a few ups actually. PAC Coin had big ups today, almost 10%. ZumaCoin up 22% today. ZumaCoin goes up and down an awful lot. If you were just to swing trade with ZumaCoin alone, I think you could make some good money doing that, just buying the dips and selling the highs. Dash MasterNode right now, $266,000 for Dash MasterNode. So that is the big kahuna. What else is going on? Crown down a pinch. Might be a good day for Crown. H2O down 30%. Dextro down almost 30%. Essence down 20%. Now again, those are all kinds of beginner, you know, new coins that are just starting out, and we don't really know what their real long-term value is going to be. Probably more risky ventures. But I mean, look, you can get a MasterNode of Essence for less than $1, right? Or around $1, right? And you can get Lumen MasterNode for $6. You know, you can get a Dextro MasterNode for $28. So you're not exactly breaking the bank. H2O $3 for a MasterNode. So again, you know, they are riskier coins, may not hold their value long term, but I mean, you know, they're very cheap right now, and if you're throwing $3 in there, it could moon, could go up 10x or 100x. It could also drop, but I mean, then you're out $3. Who cares, right? Ipsum had a big drop today. IPS down almost 20%. Not sure what that is. Interesting though. Crown down a pinch, as we said. Crowd Coin down almost 14%. Pure down again today. Pure has just been absolutely driven into the dirt. They keep posting about the coin swap. They've been working on it. They're doing stuff. Not sure why they're down so much today, but they are down. Galactrum down quite a bit today. Almost 10% down in Galactrum. Galactrum is definitely one of the more substantial masternodes out there. So the fact that it's only 1,400 right now is worth thinking about. Bitcoin Green down just a pinch. That masternode is still over $11,000. So yeah, not exactly something you or I could afford, maybe. Who am I kidding? I can't afford an Omega masternode, and that's $3, down 4% today. I could maybe afford an Omega masternode. Maybe if I, what would I have to do to get $4 to buy an Omega masternode? I'm looking around the room. What can I sell? What can I sell? Maybe I can downgrade my cell phone. Sell it on swappa.com. Anyway, interesting day for the market. I think it's still probably a very good time to buy. The overall market is still down quite a bit, $280 billion for the overall crypto market. So definitely not a ton of money there, which means since the market is still low, that means that probably prices are still low for all the coins, and it might be worth thinking about getting into almost anything. Pure is definitely, I think, a good buy. Now, they are doing the coin swap. I understand people are a little bit jittery about that. But I mean, look at this chart. Much lower than it's pretty much ever been from the beginning all the way up to today. And it's down another 11% today. And you're still making $2.60 on a Pure Masternode. And right now, that Pure Masternode is only $578. I mean, it wasn't that long ago a Pure Masternode was $2,000. That was like recently. And now it's $578. So for me to assume that it's not going to retrace some of that, some of those gains, it'd be worth a lot more. I don't know. It'd be a surprise to me. So if it was worth 4 times as much, it was worth about 50 cents. That was very recently it was worth that. Then at that point, you'd be making, you know, $11 a day, right? If it's 50 cents. So $11 a day on something that right now you could buy $578 might be worth it, even with the coin swap and everything else. Again, a little bit riskier, whatever, but, you know, might be worth thinking about. Crowdcoin down almost 14% today. Crowdcoin is definitely not like a brand new coin. It's been around 199 days. Crowdcoin masternode right now, $55. Very inexpensive for a Crowdcoin masternode. And they are down 14% today. And for that $55, you will be making about 36 cents a day, $2.50 a week, $10 a month. So I mean, it's likely you're going to get your money back in five months. And on top of that, it's likely this coin recovers a little bit. I mean, it is on Cryptopia. It is on a bunch of legitimate exchanges. This is not a coin that I think is going to disappear overnight. I don't believe. Again, not financial advice. I'm broke. I don't give financial advice. It'd be irresponsible for somebody who's insolvent to give financial advice, right? So I'm not doing that. Galactrum down almost 10% today. Galactrum masternode, $1,400, 200% ROI. That gives you almost $8 a day, almost $52 a week, and almost $230 a month, $3,000 a year. So Galactrum is definitely a decent payout one. Again, it's on some legitimate markets. It's on Cryptopia and some others. And this is a very low price for Galactrum. So I'm not sure why it's a low price, but $1,400 for a Galactrum masternode is definitely a lower price than it has been in the past. You know, look at over here. One Galactrum was worth $10 back here. If it gets back to $10, you're making $54 a day on Galactrum, on a masternode that right now is only $1,400. So I do expect the overall market to recover, and I certainly think that some of these masternode coins that right now are undervalued are going to recover even more than some of the other ones. That's pretty much all I got for today, folks. I'm going to take it easy. It's a Saturday, a little bit of a slow news day, and I'm going to go it's overcast and cold. It's weird. It's been hot and sunny, and I've been swimming and hanging out at the beach all week, and now it's like cold and overcast, and I think I'm just going to go get in bed and watch a movie or something because it's cold. And I wish that I could watch a movie with my kids, but I don't have my kids right now, so I will have to go watch a movie by myself. So I'll try to find an adult movie and save some of those kid movie watching experiences for when I have them back around. So anyway, that's it for today, fam. I hope you're having a good day. And as usual, keep on noding.